Heyo everybody, Haku here with my review of the latest issue of The Walking Dead, the one that I did my live reaction to yesterday, and that is issue 152. Now, for this one, I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot more than the last two, the other two that I've covered on this channel. I thought it was really good. I thought the art was better than those two. The art was really nice looking throughout. And the story, while still not the best The Walking Dead has done, the storyline is still going pretty well. And I think that most of this issue was very well done, but I'll get into it, break it down part by part a bit, and tell you my thoughts as we go along. So starting out, the cover is nice. I really like this cover. I like it enough to bring it up. If I didn't like it, I would bring it up and say I didn't like it. But the cover was pretty nice on this one, and we start out with Eugene on his radio talking to the mystery guy. And they go back and forth a bit, a lot of interesting dialogue in there. And the gist of it is the guy's with a group, from the sounds of it, much larger than our group, which is a bit odd because we have a decently large group. I mean, about 50, Eugene said, at Alexandria, but then also like factoring in the Hilltop and Kingdom and the Sanctuary, there's quite a bit, I would say. Quite a bit of people. So basically, Eugene and this guy make a deal, but this guy's the one that brought it up, that neither of them tell their people about what they've found until they really trust each other. And because of him bringing it up and just the way he talked and put it, I don't trust this guy. I don't trust this dude on the radio. He seems really sketchy to me. I wouldn't think that the Whisperers would have a radio, so I guess it's another group that we're going to see. Possibly a large and really settled group. But, I've still said for a while that one group we haven't gotten is because a military base is obviously full of weapons and stuff. I would say, what if a bunch of soldiers held up in their base and they had plenty of rations and whatever, and they scavenged whatever else they need, and they built up their sort of community there, surviving there. So I still think, and that would explain having the radio and stuff, I guess, even though pretty much anybody could have one. So I think, and we're sort of close to DC as well. So a part of me, if I'm going to make a quick guess, I would guess that maybe this is some sort of military-themed group or survivors that were from a military base or something. That's a group type that we just haven't seen yet, and I think it would make sense for a group like that to come in at this point in the story, in a way. Now, then we have Dwight training Gabriel for a little bit, and we have Rick going up to Brandon, which is Tammy and guy whose name I forget, their son, the one that beat up Carl and Sophia. And so Rick sort of apologizes to him for what had to happen, but it had to happen. And so the kid flips out, hits Rick, knocks him down or whatever, and Rick kicks his ass. He kicks this kid's ass and threatens to kill him, which it almost seemed weirdly out of character for post-time skip Rick, because he hasn't really I haven't seen him talk to anyone quite like this or act quite like this. And especially from last issue, it seemed like a big difference from what he did last issue compared to what he's doing this issue in the way he talked. So I did think that was a little bit odd. But pretty much Rick tells him he's staying in Alexandria. He's on probation and Rick's going to be watching his ass. So that happens. The militia returns. We see Maggie and Herschel and Brianna are about to leave, go back to the Hilltop. And we get Brandon just skulking around, being sketchy, of course. And then we get a Michonne and Rick, not really an argument, but they sort of go back and forth on whether or not they should be spray painting the propaganda against the Whisperers on their walls. And of course Rick is for it because he says he wants his people to be furious. He wants them to keep their anger towards the Whisperers. So then Brandon goes and I think this was before the Rick and Michonne scene actually, But Brandon goes down into that basement with the keys and says, these are very, like, poorly guarded keys. But he goes down there and he's like, okay, I'm freeing you, Negan. And Negan's like, I'm not saying no, but I'll have to think about this. But Brandon pretty much says his plan is to go to the Whisperers and warn them of our allied communities building a militia. So that's his plan. And then we get somebody, it's is her name Paula? I think it was Nicholas's wife and Mikey's mom, Paula. I think it was her. She was the one that came up and warned Rick and Michonne. They run off to the basement and it's empty. And that's where we end. So this was honestly a pretty quick review. We didn't get like too much to discuss really. Like, I gave you my thoughts on everything and my predictions on where the things are going with it. And that's pretty much it. But overall, I thought the artwork, like I said before, was nice. It was very nice in this issue. I think it was a lot better than the past two. And also, I thought the storyline was a bit better. Overall, this issue, I keep saying chapter. This issue was really good. Definitely not the best, but it was really good. And because of that, I'm giving it 8 empty prison cells out of 10. That one was a bit, man, that one was a bit uncreative. 8 empty prison cells out of 10. But yeah, 8 out of 10. It was good. It was really good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it more than the past 2 issues, but it wasn't the best. It wasn't great or anything. So I thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next month for another one of these comic reviews. I enjoy doing them. I almost wish it came out every week so I could do it like I do for Tower of God or One Piece. But oh well, I'm fine doing it monthly. But it was nice. It was really nice. Like if you liked it. Subscribe for more The Walking Dead, Tower of God, and One Piece. I like blinked out there for a second because I have at least 3 videos of each of those series every week, sometimes more. Like I'll have 5 for The Walking Dead this week because of my live reaction and review to the comic issue. Yeah. Follow on Twitter if you want updates on whatever's going on. I usually tweet out whenever I post a new video or if I have to push anything back. Comment down there. Tell me what you thought of the issue. Tell me what you thought of my thoughts of it. And that's it. I thank you guys so very much for watching. And I will see you all next time.